Hello. This video is in response to Mr. ZombieTactics' video, which he demonstrated a number of slide manipulation techniques. Now, although I believe he did so in a good faith, his video does contain what I believe to be an error. There's multiple techniques to rack a slide. And the reason for the multiple technique is that one technique might work in one situation which it may not in another. That's the reason for not limiting oneself to using only one technique to the exclusion of the others. Whenever someone says this is the technique, one technique should be used to the exclusion of all others, listeners should be aware that it's usually an error. It's usually an arrogance on the part of the instructor. It's usually inaccurate. Now, Mr. ZombieTactics demonstrated what he described as standard technique, which is usually taught as with the name of overhand technique. He did a pretty good job of demonstrating that, which I have no objection to. The part that I do have an objection to is what he described as a Sling Shot technique. He described it as a dangerous technique, and there is no reason to do it, according to him. However, I believe that to be an error, and let me demonstrate why. All the pistols in this demonstration is safety checked, and I'm also using magazines loaded with dummy rounds. So let's get started. Glock. I have no problem racking with either method, so I don't know where he gets this pointing the muzzle all over. I just don't find it to be true. Probably the reason why he's doing that is probably Mr. ZombieTactics himself isn't so familiar with the technique. He described it this way, which obviously don't have much of a leverage. I mean, if I give a little more of a, I could do it, but I mean, nothing prohibits you from grabbing it this way. So with the Glock, I have no problem with that. How about a Sig? I could do it this way, no problems. How about a 1911? That doesn't make any difference to me. Or how about something else? This might be a little trickier. Sig P290. No problems. And he also stated that he could rack it any way he wants to with the overhand technique. I'm not quite sure. Each technique positions the arms and hand in a specific manner, so in one situation it may be possible, in one situation it may not be. With the Sling Shot method he described, let's try it with the pistol on my back. It's possible either way, depending on how the pistol is placed, how your body's placed in a given situation, in a gunfight situation. One technique may be more comfortable than the other, but I find it both possible, and didn't find one technique particularly superb over the other. Now, he stated that there is, well, if one technique works all the time, then probably it's good to stick with one that it works well for you. But the truth of the matter is that there is no one technique that works in every situation. Now, he objected to trying what he described as a Sling Shot method, stating that there's no reason to do it. Well, I could see some reasons to use that technique. Let me demonstrate some of the situations. Now from a slide lock, if you're reloading, now magazine is inserted, so I just need the slide to go forward. You could either do overhand, which is convenient if the pistol is close to the body. But if the pistol is further from the body, then it makes it really awkward to cock my wrist this way to do an overhand method. That's the reason usually why you should bring the pistol in closer to the overhand. Now, if with the magazine inserted, as soon as you insert the magazine, you're thrusting the pistol forward, the Sling Shot may be a good solution because you could do this. Now, well, some people prefer that, some people don't, but let me demonstrate it again. Insert the magazine. Which could be a viable method. Not all people prefer it, but you never know what kind of situation you're going to fall into during a gun battle, so it doesn't hurt to be aware of it. So, I'm not fancy enough to catch all that, so I'll just let it fall. Okay, well, that's all I have. Just be aware of where if someone says one technique works, so it's usually not true. So hopefully I've demonstrated that with this video. Thank you very much.